Hello my friend, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Stoneblock and create in the same thing. Last episode we got a bunch of sheets up and running, and I upgraded to netherite because why not? Now, in this episode, we are finally, and this time I mean it, we are finally gonna go into this storage here. I don't know if we'll finish it, but we will definitely do it because we have everything we need. We have this dust here, Satur's quartz dust, or however you pronounce it, and we also have sand chickens, and that way we can get it up and running very, very easily. So, we don't really have much space up here, but we do have a lot of space underneath. But one thing I want to do first is right here in this corner set up automatic andesite creation. So I will just try and gather the things that we need for that, and then we can build it. And it's very easy because it's just, I think it's just flint and andesite right here, bam, into compacting. It's just flint and gravel in one, combined with some lava, and then you get some andesite out of it. And I don't think we have lava chickens. Alright, so we don't have lava chickens. That is something we need, definitely. Yes, exactly. Lava chicken is coal and nether quartz. Let's see if we can get a lava chicken. Yes, lava chicken has been created. I just need one more. That's all I need. And then we just need a stack. Alright, there we go. So we have a stack of lava chickens. We will never need so much lava anyway, so that's fine. There we go. A stack of flint chickens. Right, here it is, guys. I found it. And I have it cobbled Gen 2. That should probably be fine for now, because it will just be running by itself. Alright. So, finally, we can get this stuff on the road, because it's going to be very, very simple. All we need is an item drain too. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that that's a thing I need. Well, I actually have an item drain, and then we just need a spout and a mechanical chute. Okay, we do have all of that. That's pretty good. And then we need to make a basin. Here we go. Whoop. That's too much. There we go. That's one of them. Alright, cool, awesome. Let me just see here. So, if we place him here, and we place... Where didn't I? No, I just picked it up right there. Okay, cool. Everything is fine and handy and dandy. I just need to make an automatic hammer. That's all I need to do now, so, yeah. Alright, there we go. So, cobblestone first, and then netherite outer hammer, and then we put this guy right here. Can we use pipes for this? Because there's not really that much space. Let's see if we can use pipes on this. That looks like it connected. That definitely looks like it has connected. And then if we do this, then there should only come gravel in here. That's good. That is good. Do I have an andesite somewhere? I am pretty sure I have an andesite. Right over here. There we go. Because I only want this guy to make andesite. So that's good. That is extraordinarily good. So this is already, well, what it needs to be already now. So what we need now is we need... Can we do it like this though? Because we need a roost right here. And in here we need to place flint chickens. And then the flint needs to fall into the bath, or into this guy. That looks like it worked very fine. Alright, so do I have a mechanical mixer? I do not think so. That is not great. Mechanical mixer. Okay, whisk, iron sheets, and... Alright, cool. That's not a problem at the moment. Not a problem because we have this guy over here, so that's at least something, right? There you go, then we can make this guy. And then we just need to place him. Why is this throwing out more than it needs to? Oh, well, we can place him right there. And we just need to hook him up. And is he aligned with this? I don't know. We can figure that out very, very easily. Bang, bang. It could actually be really nice. It looks like it. Alright, that is great. That is perfect. I don't know. I don't know. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Awesome. Now we just need We don't need the spout, actually. I'm dumb, but it's fine. And we need this to go in there. What does that look cool? Does it look cool inside? Oh yeah, you can see it coming through there. Don't know why it's doing this. But that's good, because then we place this guy here, and of course we put, no, not gearboxes, but andesite casing right here. And then up here, and then we place another roost right here with these guys inside. And then we place a brass funnel. I don't know if this works. It doesn't look like it will work. Why does this not work? Oh, okay. It works on this side. That's great. That is good. I like that. That is awesome. Amazing and cool. What if we just do this, and then we do this, bang, and then we take a item pipe and do this, and then we just force it to happen like this instead. That should work. Yeah, that works. There we go. Lava, and then we just need it to actually be pumped into here. That shouldn't be too hard to do, even though it actually is going to be hard, because we need a vertical gearbox, I'm pretty sure, right? That's not what I need, but no, we don't need a vertical actually. We need a normal gearbox. Thinky boy, thinky boy, thinky boy. Because I need this to turn. So it is a vertical one I need. I am dumb, but that is okay. And then we do that, and then this turns and puts lava into it. And that should be it. I really need those goggles so I can see what's going on. Let's just make them. Gold sheet, glass, and string. Aha, gold sheet. Bang. And then glass. And some string. Okay. That's easy enough. That is good enough. I don't know why I haven't created this for decades ago. But here we go, finally. Alright, so we can put... Ooh, we actually got something for that. Of course we did. What did we get? Oh, these guys? Yeah, okay, goodbye. Goodbye, don't need you. Don't need you, you're dumb and ugly. Ugly duckling, you can go over there and despawn at some point, hopefully soon. Why did I throw it over there, actually? I can just open up my trash can and then boom, and bang. Alright, then we press this one, and then we should... Do we have one for glasses? No, but we do have one for head, and that should be fine. Bang, there we go. Now we have them on. We have the goggles on now, and that's good, because with the create goggles, we can actually see what the fuck is going on. Okay, we can copper ingot and zinc ingot. Okay, cool. So what is wrong here? Gravel and flint. Oh, I think the only thing that's wrong is that it doesn't actually have a place to go. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that's wrong. So we do this, and then we do this, and then we put... Do I not have any... It's fine, actually. We can just do it. We can just make them. We can just make them. It's not a problem. We just do this. Bam. There we go. Oh, there we go. Then we have some drawers. It can go right here. Boom, boom. And then we take this... Bam, we have a mechanical belt hooked up to this, and we take 2 brass funnels because... No, actually we don't need a brass funnel over here. This already works here, we just do it like that. And then andesite should come into this very soon. All I need to do now is to... It hasn't mixed. Why is it not mixing? Is it because of this? Oh, I am dumb. I am very, very dumb. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so dumb. It needs to be a press. I didn't even see that, even though I looked at it for thousands of years. Oh my god, mechanical press. That's what it needs to be. I need a block of iron. Oh my god, I am so... fucking dumb. Of course it's a mechanical press, because it needs to compress it into a stone, not mix it. Okay, well that makes sense. Well, that's going to make it harder actually, because then nothing here would work. Because this guy doesn't have... He's like this instead. Oh my god. Oh my god, where's my wrench? Where is my wrench? Can I spin him? Can I turn him around? No? Yes. Okay. Okay, all this needs to be redone. All of this needs to be redone. And don't go in there, because I don't like that. That is bad. Okay, so... Jesus. Jesus, what do I do? What do I do now? I need to... If I do it like that, and then I put on a vertical gearbox right up here, and then we turn him around those? Not like that. What? Could you... What? You're kidding me, right? Can it not be turned the other way around? What if I... There we go. Okay. And then we just need to make it go downwards once. That shouldn't be a problem. We can just make two of these guys. Vertical gearbox and vertical gearbox. So that looks like it's going in. Yeah, that is definitely going in. It's spinning. It is spinning. It is spinning. That is good. Spin, 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 spin. And then we can fix this back up again. Now it's just spinning the wrong way, right? I think it's spinning the wrong way. Yeah, that's spinning the wrong way now. Okay, that is great. What if I just do this, this, and this? Yeah, now it's spinning the correct way. Okay, cool. Awesome. So the question is... Okay, I just need to put on a brass funnel. Right? And it's going the wrong way for some reason. But that's okay, I can just switch it around. There we go. And then I just need to turn off my... There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Andesite creation. There we go. Automatic andesite creation. Bam! So easy it is. It is actually very easy once you once you're not dumb anymore. Oh my god, it's so noisy in here. It is extraordinarily noisy. Alright, well now we have andesite fully automated. Now I just need to turn it into andesite alloy. So there we need a sink chicken and we need some mechanical crafters, and I'm not quite sure how to actually set that up so it knows what it is it needs to do. So we can also just do something else. We can make a crafter. C-R-A, there we go, crafter. We can make a crafter. Where, this one. We can make this one. That shouldn't be so hard. Nope. We can make that. We can make a crafter so we can get it up and running. The problem with the crafter is it needs electricity. But we can make electricity with create. So I will just gather the ingredients for this guy and then we will be okay. A-okay. Alright guys, here we go. Machine frame done. Crafter tier 1 done. Alright, so we can place him right here. That should be fine. And then we take the pipes. And then, so it doesn't look totally terrible, we do it like this. And then we do it like this. And then it should start to go into the mechanical crafter right here. So all of this can be andesite. And do I have like a piece of zinc? It actually needs to be a nugget anyway. I need to figure out how to fix this shit. Because this is just annoying that it doesn't really work. I need to figure out that at some point. I will do that at some point, but right now this is what's important. Because I think we have enough. So let's just remember this, and then we do this, which is what I want, and then apply to this. Alright, cool, awesome, amazing. Speed mode slow, ignore redstone. That's fine, but it needs power and it needs sync. So let's just put up a roost right here, boop. And then we put another pipe. Dang, giddly doonga, bangity boonga. Is this sync? Yes. There we go. So we don't need that many, we can like have 8 in there. What kind of sync chickens do I have over here? These are 333s. Can we what? How much difference is this? Ah, okay. It does look like it did actually something. So these 10 chickens, goodbye to the ether. Because Create has this electric motor. And that should just be an electric motor that converts rotational... No, this converts FE to... No, that's not what I want. I want this one that converts rotational energy to FE. And we can take a look at it, see how it works. Bam, there we go. That's easy enough, right? Yeah, that's easy enough. That's all I need. I just need this, and it seems like I have it somewhere, so I will just go through all my chests and see if I can find it. Or maybe it is actually in my Create backpack. It's right here. I actually have 2 of them, so that's fine. So if we do this, and then this, and then it's of course the wrong way around. It needs to be like this, and then all I need to do is hook it up to some power. It shouldn't be so hard because I have power right here, coming out right here, boom. And then we just do boom, boom, and no, not over there, but okay. And then we take a shaft and put the shaft in here. That is now making 360 FE, so that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I don't really know how to hook it up to this except for using the same mod as the pipe is from. Create might have some kind of way of doing it. Well, if there is, I don't know what it is. So we can just make some of these energy pipes right here. So iron and redstone. Okay, cool. And here we go. Let's just make... Oh my god, I made so many. Oh my Jesus Christ. Why did I make so many? I don't know. They can go in here, and then I can just take a stack. And I can pick up all this stuff here. And quite frankly, just throw it all out because I don't need it anymore. I have an abundance of it now because chickens is my slaves. They are my slaves. What if we do this? Does that just work? Alright, so what we need to do is this. And then this is getting what it needs. Yay, wowee. And now it's making Andesite Alloy. That is amazing. That is amazing, actually. That is so amazing. It's the most amazing thing. Alright, so what we need to do now is we take this and put it right in front of it, because we should be capable of doing something awesome, something wonderful, something amazing if I have them. I have them right here. I am not too blind. So what we do is we put pullers in, and then we just figure out. There we go, east. East, there we go. So now these gets pulled in, and that should be fine. Should never be a problem again. Andesite Alloy is never a problem again. Okay, I don't think we need that many pullers. I think one puller should be fine. One puller is more than fine. So this is now making andesite alloy for us, which is really, really, really amazing. It is actually really good. But do we want it like this? That's the question. Because I was thinking about automating casings. Because I don't want to put it on wood all the time by its, by hand. So what I wanted to do was to automate it. I don't need to be capable of walking over here, so I guess we can automate it here. So what we will do is we will take andesite casing, put it here, and then we will take a roost and put it here, and then we just need some log chickens. I just made a stack of log chickens over in the breeder, and then we can put them in here. That should be fine. And then all we need now is not that. We don't need you like that. We need you like this and this. And then we need to put a saw here. Where's the saw? Saw. Mechanical saw. Yeah. Not like that. Like that instead. And it looks like we can run a shaft right here into the mechanical saw. That is actually perfect. That is perfect. Actually, if we do it with one of these, oh, it is running the correct way. Okay, great. And we do that, and then over here we do. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. Nah, not completely perfect, but it's okay. It's okay. These feet here are kinda in the way, but that's okay. We can do it like this. Bam, bam. And then we need a deployer. Do I have one of those? I do have one of those. And no, actually, we don't place them like that. We place them like this, because then we can just do this, and this, and this, and this. Oh my god, there we go. So much progress, so much amazingness. There we go. We're making factories now. Now this guy needs to get the andesite alloy into itself, but only some of it. So that's why I wanted to move this guy one out, so that we could take an iron pipe, put it in here, activate it, and then we can take one of these and open him and do this, and then round robin. That way some of them will be sent over to this area, and that should be good, right? Yeah. That should be really good. Can I make this smaller? I think you can make this smaller actually, now when I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, there we go. I think this will work. I am not quite sure. Is there a giant... Oh my Jesus Christ, there's a slime there, like always. Always slimes. Always slimes. Now, do these connect to the deployers? Yes, they do! They do indeed! And then we just need to do this, and then we need to make sure that these are not connected. There we go. Awesomeo. Awesomeo. I don't know what that is. And then we put him over here. Make sure he's not connected. And is that where it is? That is where it is. And bam! It works. It works. That is amazing. That is amazing. So if we... Okay, so here we can just use one of these, because we only need one at a time. So it gets cut, and then it gets put in, and then bam. And then it just needs to wait a little, because it's not super fast. But that's fine. This is fine. For my usage. That is amazing. That is amazing. We have andesite Alloy, and we have Andesite Casing production up and running by themselves. Now, would I like to get it moved all the way over to here? I would like to have it moved all the way over to there. So what I'm gonna do that trick again so it doesn't look so bad. What is happening? Oh, it's just... It sounded like something was breaking, but it's not. It's fine. If we put in one of these guys, and he pulls from up, then they get pulled down into the floor. That way I can hide this pipe a little more. It would be nice if I could like put like a block around this pipe, but I've not found a way to do that. That might be a way, I guess. Because then we can just do this. Actually, we can't. It needs to be like this, but we can do this. And then in order to get it up into the same height, just because I want that, we can make... Oh, this pull from down. And then I just run a pipe from over here and over to here. And there we go. Awesome! That is so nice. I like that a lot, actually. I mean, I'm playing this for not the first time, but I'm trying to make this kinda look good, because here's the thing now. We could make this wall glass here, and then this would be out. Yeah, we'll stick one out. That will be okay, because I don't know if I can make this do it some other way. I could make it go underneath. Nah, it's gonna be like this. That's fine. That is fine. They are out to this one. I could just... Oh yeah, that's not actually where it is. I guess I could move it all like one more closer, and then it would be perfectly with this. But I think this is fine, and then I could move this out to here as well. Alright, so maybe I should just get my ass together and figure this shit out. Like maybe just run the pipe up over here instead. There you go. That was easy enough. I should just not complain and actually just fucking do it. So now I just need to figure out where all my connected clear glass is. It's right here. And now we can fix this up. Oh, maybe not around here. Around there, I think I want the same kind of stone. Where is it? It's right here. Go. It's not gonna be completely perfect because this wasn't built with this in intention. I'm just kind of building things as it comes to mind over time, you know. So, but I don't think I need any more stuff in here. There exists something called slimes, and they are a pain in the freaking ass. So I am going to place a door right here so you can get in and out. There we go. That room is now everything it needs to be. So we have Andesite Alloy and we have Andesite Casings. Automated. Fully automated, I might say. That is great. I'll just move this over to here and then build the wall. Now this room has come together, and there's not gonna be more machines in this room. I mean, we do have this, which needs to be turned into quartz and stuff, but I think what I will do is do that underground and then make them come up somewhere. I'm like maybe actually here where this door is, you know, then have them right here, and then everything will be fine, you know. So yeah, this is kind of coming together. The entire factory it's sealed off, so you don't just run into the machines and die, but you can still go inside the door here, which actually should have been andesite doors, but whatever, that is what it is right now. And the rooms are like cut off, so you can go in and kill these freaking slimes that I kind of want to figure out how you can turn off, because you can maybe do that. Look at that big ass motherfucker. So this one over here is running that, and that over there is running that, but it doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon, so that's good. That is really good. So I was thinking that underneath the ground I would be building the room for the crystals, for the crystal growth machines, so we can get that up and running. And yeah, that would be good. That would be really, really good. Okay, so in order to make my life much easier, we're going to make the netherite destructor hammer. That needs a block, 3 blocks of netherite. That's not a problem. We have chickens for that stuff, but it also needs this. So first we need a netherite hammer, and we need a block of iron and a block of gold. Alright, so let's make this hammer here. Boom. And then we don't. No. And then we make this. Bam. Alright, what is the next we need for that? We need blocks of redstone and blocks of gold. There we go. So we have that now. Then what do we need for the next? We need... No, that's what I have, right? No, that's not what I have. What? It looks the same. Redstone and gold and... There we go. And then we just make the last one here. Boom. And then we just need 3 blocks. So now we have the netherite destructor hammer, which is a 5x5x5. That is cool. So I can dig out big rooms very fast. Alright, so I want to build... Wait. Huh. Is there only... Wait, what? Is it going into this trash then? That's not good. That's not good. Don't do that. Go in there, and then we need it for sticks and souls too. There we go. And that's emptied out. I also need to do that, but yeah, later. Later, alligator, we needed some ender pearls as well, actually. Okay. I actually want more than that. There we go. There we go, that should be fine, because we're gonna make some elevators now. And elevators are quite easy, it's just like this. It is just like this. Then we have some elevators. Elevators for days. Elevators for days. Except we only have 8. But that is okay, we can dig a hole here. And that's where we're gonna go down. 5. Alright, so I'm just gonna dig out a room and get ready for the production of those crystals. So we can get them automated. Alright, guys. This is... Yeah, don't look at the ceiling. The ceiling isn't done. It's probably never going to be done, just like every other ceiling in the entire build until this point. But I like this room. Look at this room. It's so nice and it's so lit up, and I like this column in the middle. I don't know if that's going to stay. That depends on how the machine's gonna look. But what we need now is we need something very simple. Right over here. I think we can make it all within this room here. I think that's what I want to try and do. I want to make it all inside that one little room there. And what I want to do there is to mix... No, I don't want all your shit. I need to move that. Like really soon. Really soon I will move the mob farm somewhere else. Far away. I think. I don't know. So, what we need is sand chicken, and sand chicken is over there somewhere inside of the factory doing what it needs to do. You know, it's doing its best job of all the jobs it could have done. Then it chose this, I guess, which is, you know, a little sad, but hey, what can you do? When you need money, you do what you gotta do, right? Right. So, let me just put back all of this because I don't want it in my inventory. I want my inventory clean now that we're starting on something new, and that is to get these crystals up and running by themselves. So what was it was called? Yes, crystal growth chamber. Oh my god, we need to make crystals for crystal growth chambers. So, yeah. We need a lot of this flux. So, that's not what we're going to be focusing on right now. Right now we're going to be focusing on rescuing... yeah, because they are slaves, and yeah. Getting 2 chickens. That should be fine. They can take care of the rest themselves. You know, get 2 sand chickens, and then breed some more chickens. And there we go, a stack of 10, 10, 10s. That's more than enough. That is way more than enough. What do we have here? Oh, okay. Well, he can die. He's dead now. I banished him to the ether. Exiled. He has been exiled. Look at this. It's only 700, but that is more than I will ever need. And 1600 there, and sheets over here, and this bad boy right here. So, and then we will have to figure out where this guy actually exists. Oh yeah, we still have all this water down here. I'm just gonna kill all this water because our friend isn't here anyway. So where does this come down? It comes down right there. And where is that? That is that right in the middle? No, it's not. But we can make it come down right in the middle. And we kind of want that. Do we? I don't know. My brain wants it because it looks best. But I don't know if it actually will be the best solution. I think the best solution is actually to make it come down all the way back here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move it all the way back here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So, what we need this to do is to go into a crafter, so I will just craft a crafter and then I'll be back. There we go, so now we have a crafter tier 1 again. Yeah, I need to make my rooms way bigger. I keep forgetting that, how much stuff you actually need. So, this guy can stand right here, and he can now get these quartz into him, which is good. That is good and all, because that is what we need, so that is good. So, do we have any roosts in my inventory? I'm pretty sure there should be some roosts very, very close. If they're not in here, I don't see them in here, so they should be close. Yeah, they're right here. Perfect. Go, and there we go, and there we go, just because reasons. There we go, he's one up in the air now. That is good, and then what we do now is that we put a pipe on top of him, and then we make sure that they don't connect to anything right there, and then we take the roost and put on top. Actually, we don't. Do we? I don't know. I'll just do it like this because then I know it works. There we go, and then there we go, and then chickens with sand. The sandiest chickens of all time. They are so sandy. There we go. Okay. So, now we just need to power him up. To power him up with power. So I need to run some shafts down here. Oh, nice, it wasn't glass. I was a little bit afraid that it was going to be glass, but this is actually better. Are we on the correct side? Kinda. We are kinda on the correct side here. So, what we need now is we need... Are you kidding me? Well, it's not so bad. It's right out here. Where are all of my gearboxes? Okay. It's always good to have a create bag that doesn't actually have any of the create stuff in it you need. So we can just run this guy right here, boop. And make a vertical one. And then make this run down here. Yeah. And then we take this guy and put him on here. There we go. Then we have power down here as well. That is amazing. Where did I put all the pipes for energy? I put them up in a barrel. No, not a barrel, a drawer. Alright, so we just need to run some energy into this guy. There we go. Now he should be working. Good, so we just need him to remember what is in here so he doesn't fill up the inventory with weird shit. And then we just need to do this. And this. No, we need to do it again. And then apply. And there we go. Alright, so the seeds are now being created. That is good. Now we just need a water chicken. We need a water chicken. Because spouts can spout onto them. and then they can grow. So what is it we need for water chicken? Okay, gunpowder and snowball. Yay, that is so good. We can also just, you know, because I'm very, very smart, we can also just, you know, put fucking water down here. We can just put some water down here. Oh, it's good that I don't have an infinite water source right now. Anywhere in my base, actually. I don't have an infinite water source anywhere. I think I have like 2 places. No, I have water multiple places, but I don't have an infinite. But I will get an infinite net now, because I will destroy this, because I don't really need that right now. And then now we will have an infinite water source right here. Alright, do we have a mechanical pump? I really doubt that we have that, but we have this and we have a spout. Just 10 of them. We have a little bit to play around with because they are not an issue anymore. And then in order to make sure, does it only spit out these? I don't know if it only spits out these, but where is my brass? Where is my brass? They are not there. That is so great. I love that. I put all my create stuff somewhere else where I don't need it. Bam. And it's going the wrong way. Because of course it is. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, 100%. And now it's going the right way. There we go. So we can set this to be exactly 64. And then we need the spout to be on top of this. And then we need some pipes to come from down here and into here. And then we just need a pump. What is a pump? Is it just... Is it just this? Yeah, okay. That's perfect. That is perfect. That is so perfect. No, not up there actually. I want it to be here, and then I want it to be a cogwheel. Oh, okay. That's great. So, I don't think this actually works in this pack. That is good. That is really good. That is so nice. Or maybe it's because you can only take one at a time? No. It just doesn't work in this one. Oh my god, I thought this worked, but it does not work. So we do need that growth chamber. Okay. This is so good. Okay, I'm just gonna kill all this. I'm just gonna kill all this water. So we do need those growth chambers, and I just need to figure out how to make them by hand. To begin with, I guess, because I thought you could do this, but that's a different mud pack. Oh no. Well, that could stay there. Alright, so we definitely need those growth chambers, but we do have these now. We have this up and running now, guys. We did start it. That's all the time I have for this episode, and yeah, sorry that we're still not getting into the storage, but we will soon. We will very soon get into the storage next time. Next video, I will definitely only focus on that instead of focusing on automating other things because we need to focus this. I need to do this so we can get some better storage than this and putting chests everywhere. It works for now, but it's very, very annoying. So we'll do that next episode. Bye bye.